got the surface of the racket face here, the strings parallel with the ground. And you got here, you got your hand parallel with the ground.
Right.
So you understand that your hand is parallel with the racket also, right? You put your hand right behind the racket. It's going to be parallel with the racket, right? Now just clamp it with your fingers and lift it up. So you understand that your hand is on the same plane of the racket face?
Right.
Okay. Close the finger. Right. Right on top of it. Right. Right on top of it. You can slide it back up and it matches, you see?
Right.
Now you close your fingers. Now, when you close your fingers, I love analogies, you know that. So I'm always going to be showing people things when I'm teaching, doing these other crazy examples that maybe they can visualize and, you know, use as an analogy. So, and sometimes I'm teaching an adult, and I'll say an example that I use for kids. And then the adult goes, twing, a light bulb goes up. Like, I really understand what you're saying, even though it's a kiddie example. So, I tell the little kids, racket, it's like if it was a bird, a little bird. If you squeeze it too hard, you kill it, you hurt it. If you let it too loose, it might fly away. So you just gotta hold it firm enough that you have absolute control over it, without damaging it. If you're squeezing too hard, here's like, in a sense, you'll be always damaging your grip, your own hand. You know, you don't want to do that. You want to feel comfortable with it. At the moment of impact, by nature, you're going to squeeze it a little bit more. So, the important thing is that if you open your hand right now, that's what I want you to open it, flat like a racket. It matches with the racket. See what I mean? It's in the same plane of the racket face. Open it again. Now, I'm going to bring it back here a little bit so you can understand, people can understand. Your brain is trying to wire itself to have the racket feel here for how high you hit the ball, right? If the hand corresponds with the racket head, then your brain is wiring the same relationship. You see what I mean? Yeah. So if you want to hit the ball with the racket head more closed, your brain is going to know your hand has to be like this. It matches. Open for a lob, hit it over their head, your hand opens. So you see like they work together? Now let's say that instead of having the hand here, you have their hand on top of the racket, holding it like a hammer, continental, which is a fantastic grip for volleys and serves, but not for the forehand. First of all, when you hit the ball with a continental grip, I'm going to demonstrate it now and you're going to try it. Bring the racket. Continental would be like holding it like a hammer, folks. We just hold it on top here. And now if he opens his hand like this, look, oh, now it's not in the back of the racket anymore. It's on top. Exactly. So now think about this. Hold the racket like this. Now, when he hits the ball, here we go. Let's think of the brain here. He's trying to hit the ball with the racket head more closed. So the brain has to know that when the racket wants to be closed, the hand has to be sort of like this-ish, kind of. And then when the racket has to be more open for a lob, the hand would have to be like this. It's a much harder, you know, relationship here, you see? Plus, if you want to hit the ball in front like we talked about, it's already hurting here.
Yeah,
hyperextend. Yeah, it's your hyperextend your tendon. And this is extending here. And okay, I'm brought it way in front here, but look what happened with the racket face. It opened up. If I tell him close his racket face, he probably will say I can't or it hurts too much.
I can't do it.
Exactly.
Physically.
People have to, you know, really use the one their preference. You know, the Eastern, the semi-Western, and the Western.
Right.
Eastern, semi-Western, Western.
Right.
You can, either one of them, you can have the wrist cocked and have the racket out in front. Yep. Easily do the windshield wiper. Let's do it with Eastern.
Okay.
Cock back, out in front.
Hello, say hi. Yep.
Semi-Western, Western. Either way. Now with continental, it becomes a little hard to keep the racket closed now. But at the same time that it squeezes, it tends to act and hit too. So we're going to get to that in a little bit, but you're going to see that out of the three joints of the arm, this is not the joint that is directly responsible for hitting the ball. This is more the joint that's responsible for controlling the ball.
So we don't want this.
So you don't want to be doing this. When you use a lot of wrist, you accelerate the racket. There you go, you got that hard shot you want. But you lose control over where it's going. You know? your address. There becomes more of a region. The wrist is that joint that just wants to participate more than it's supposed to. I say, all right, wrist, you're going to hold our weapon here and have the right way to hold it. Okay, good, happy, all right. Not enough? All right. Besides holding the racket, you're going to be responsible for adjusting it. Feel. So when you hit the ball, it's not too open, too close. How much you cocked for to get the direction of the ball. So besides holding our weapon, the racket, you're going to also control how it works. Still not enough? You want to do something else? All right. I'm not going to let you hit, though. I'll let you put some action on the ball. Like coming up. So once you tell your wrist that he should do this, then he kind of settles down a little bit and doesn't want to do this as much. But if you don't make him do something, he's going to creep up on you, and here and there you're going to feel him. He just goes there, you know. It's human nature, Dad. You've probably noticed that when you hit the ball, you don't have an exact contact spot every single time. It's more of a contact zone that you do that. But the more you work on your timing, the smaller that zone becomes. So I'd say that Federer's contact zone might be somewhere, I don't know. Federer cannot know that every time he's going to hit, he knows exactly by fraction of an inch measurement exactly the hitting point. It's a little contact zone here. Now a club player, he might hit the ball here, and he might hit the ball here, and he might also hit the ball here. The zone's a little bigger. The better he gets, the smaller this contact zone becomes. But you gotta understand, it's a zone. Now, in physics, look at this angle here. It's like nothing, right? Now I'm gonna open it a little bit here. It's very little. But the continuation way down there widens up. So a little bit of a racket change here, down there is a big wide difference. So that's how precise tennis is. You know, and you're going to aim the ball towards the corner, and you're trying to get it to go in by this much so you don't take a chance and hit it right by the line and then you hit it out. So you want to hit it by this far in, right? Well, let's say that this would be the ideal racket face for you to hit it there, okay? I'll tell you right now, for you to hit it out, all it takes is for you to have it there. Let's get that another ball down there, like 1 yard, 2 yards to the right, just by this. This is how precise our field has to be for us to be accurate over there. If it's that, basically that hard, right? It's hard because you need to keep the racket still. The only way to do it and be accurate is if during the contact zone, you're sure that the racket is not altering itself. And the only way that happens is if you keep your wrist firm. This joint that he wants to hit should not be acting, like should not be flicking during the contact zone. On your bread and butter, day by day, go to war stroke that you want to be consistent at and hitting where you want. If you use too much wrist, it's never going to be easy for you to achieve that consistency you're looking for. And now you go hit, and I'm the ball now. And he's going to hit my back very slowly, just tapping it like this. Go ahead. And then he does it, I move forward, right? Do it again. Boom, and I move forward. Right, now I'm going to resist a little bit. You feel it.
That's hard. I can't push it.
Yeah, come on, get it. All right, I'll help him out a little bit.
That's hard.
The ball's coming in here.
Right.
He's trying to resist.
All right.
The line of action of the ball goes into space back here.
Okay.
You're not back here. You're on this side.
Right.
You're on the side of the impact.
Right.
You have to exert a lot of force. You feel which muscles are working here, dorsal, back here. How about this side? Is it helping anything?
No, it's not giving any help. This is totally loose. Yeah. All I have is this.
I mean, hitting it like here.
Arm,
he could
really.
basically be sitting on a chair,
Right.
and if you're feeling the same thing,
Right.
because there's no body into it.
I just can't go. I can't do it. I'm not strong enough.
How about playing 1-2 years hitting it like this? You know what's going to do here?
That's going to make everything tight.
It's going
I
to
can
hurt.
already
It's
feel
going
it
to
right in my elbow.
yeah, exactly.
It hurts.
All right. So now let's change your hand here to let's think of a position of our hand in which we're really strong, we're really firm. It's when you have your wrist cocked back. If you try to lock your wrist, if you try to lock your wrist so that your hand is lined up, and then you can't move it, do it up here. It's hard to lock it in this position. Now put it like this and lock it. Now try and move it. It's locked in place there.
Yeah.
Because
It's
it's
like
the same
the
position.
bone in the wrist.
It's just the same position you use to get up when you're on the ground, when you're sitting down like that, or doing push-ups, or when you lean against the wall, when you lean on a desk, something heavy above your head. Why do we feel so strong when we're like this? Because the line of action now, instead of going out into space, it comes parallel with your arm. I'll show you that right now. What you're going to do is open your hand like this, come here, and hit me. Good, go back here. And move me, ready?
It's easy.
You know what I mean? I feel in my back when you hit it a lot firmer. But you understand that hitting the ball here already feels way better than on the side.
Right, this is...
Because now you are behind the shot, and you can withstand. So the other player hits the ball hard at you, and if you meet the ball here, do you feel that it's not going to really phase you?
Yeah, it's not going to bother me at all.
Right, it's like you have a mirror effect, right? Okay. Okay, so we know we want to be hitting the ball in front, and not on the side.
Right.
That's basic. Now, also, close your hand. When you hit the ball here, you want to be seeing the ball well when you hit it. You're about to hit it. It's impossible to actually see the impact on the string and lead. Your human eye can't catch that. But you can be seeing the ball up until the split second before it hits the ball in the back. And you're facing that way, so look that way. If you have to turn your head to see the ball here, how much do you have to turn your head? Just a little bit. So when you're playing, you're turning your head a little and turning back, turning a little bit, turning back. If you go hit here, how much are you going to have to turn your head?
Turn your head all the way back here. Yeah.
Good luck finding that ball. So for the human eye, as the ball comes as a round yellow thing, round yellow thing, round yellow thing, round yellow thing, and you're hitting it back, you're hitting that round yellow thing. But for the human eye, this round yellow thing, when it gets about here, it turns into a blur.
Right.
You can't see the ball when it's going right by you. We can't capture it, it's too fast.
Okay.
So then when you're hitting here, it's like you're hitting that blur. You're not really seeing the ball when you're about to hit it. Also, human curiosity. You're curious to see the result of your actions day by day on anything you do. Nobody does something, and I'll check on it later. We want to see the result.
Right.
Any action. You do something, what did come out of it, right? So now you're going to hit the ball. As you're about to hit it, you already can't wait to see if it's going to work out or not. So when you're about to hit, most times, if you combine the fact that the shoulder's turning, and above the shoulder is the neck and the head, therefore if the shoulder's turning, your head has the tendency to turn together. Plus the human curiosity of seeing where it's going. You're hitting the ball, the blur, and not even looking at the blur, because you're already checking over there to see where your shot's going. Now if you hit the ball in front, not just you can see it, but hitting it in front, the curiosity of where you're going, almost like you don't need to look over there to see it, because as you're hitting, the ball comes out and you're already checking where it's going. So it's a funny thing that the golfers, even though their ball is just sitting still there, they know to not move their head. And we all tennis players that have the ball moving, it's not even sitting still. With the ball moving, we should even more stay with it, right? And we tend to look away. Looking away with a ball that's sitting still is already hard to hit. Looking away with a ball that's moving, it's way harder. You gotta keep your head still. So you have to have your head be independent from your body. So like when you're rotating your shoulders, your neck doesn't turn. See? Because if I just stand here, you would tell me, turn that way. My nature is to do this. turn my shoulder, neck connected to the shoulder, head connected to the neck. I turn the shoulder, neck, and head, everything goes together. Unless I tell myself not to do that and then do this. See what I mean? Now I'm turning my shoulder, my head stays still. It's not natural for me. It even feels weird here. My voice box changes. Everything changes. Not natural. This is not. This is not. I gotta condition this. I gotta condition myself to turn. So that's an exercise that you can do to keep your head still. You can just rotate your shoulder around like this, keeping your head in the same position. Right? Now, let's get to your stroke here. Understand? You got a few of these ideas flowing in your mind. You don't have to remember them all. You won't. But it's like I'm trying to plant the seeds in your garden. And then if you go water it and put fertilizer on it, then they come out as
totally makes sense. Yeah.
It's making sense so far. So we wanna hit the ball in front, as you already mentioned and saw, because we want to have the impact here, and also because you can see the ball well.
Right. I don't have to move my head to see it.
Right. One thing you're going to notice that you're doing here, look at my head. How much has my head turned so far? Now look at my head again. Now look at my head. So my head is not doing much. Train your head to stay still when you're hitting. You're going to see, whoa, I'm hitting the ball in the alley without having to look in the alley. I think it can be done after all. Once you done. Once or two in, and your brain is tickled like, yeah, I want to pursue this now, because then you want it, you know. But until you prove to yourself that you can do it once, you're always going to be going back to your old safe ways that has been there for you all this time in battle and gotten you, you know, what it's gotten you so far. March 27, 2010. We have Chris Coomber, forehand side view now. Stabilize your feet when you hit it. Lift your arm a little further on the follow through. Good. Very nice, Chris. All right, guys, I want to hit some here, see if I can demonstrate this. He's just gonna hit it at the front. You know, whatever pace he gives me, it goes right back to him. So let's start with the phases here. Let's divide our stroke here. 1, 2, 3, 4 phases. All right. So the first part we want to do is this. You want to make sure that you get sideways. Here's the story. If you let go of the racket right away, you might turn sideways.
Right.
You might not.
Right. Good, stay there.
Now, keep your hand on the racket and turn 90 degrees to the side without letting go of the racket.
Right.
It forces you to turn sideways. If you keep this hand on the racket, it forces you to turn sideways. Now let's try to do with the hand on the racket and not turn.
Okay. Can't do it. Can't bring the racket.
Yeah. When you keep your hand on it, it kind of forces you to go here. So if you get this hand to stay on the racket until it goes to the side, right, it's like insurance that you're going to turn.
Okay.
Right. Also, it's quicker than letting go and bring the arm back. the arm doesn't go as fast as we do for
The
turkey.
body moves quicker.
The body rotates faster than the arm swings back. So this is a much quicker first part of the preparation, because we're going to prepare the racket that's facing that way. We're going to try to take the racket to the back here, the back fence. So roughly, our back swing is going to have like 180 degrees.
Okay.
It starts in front and finishes in the back. Preparation should be small, compact, quick, easy to do. Quick too, because what if he hits it hard?
Right. Get over.
And being compact makes it be quick, right? So to make it compact, instead of the preparation, the fulcrum being here, it's more on the elbow. So here we go. We do the first 90 degrees, and all you do is turn sideways. Now you're going to let go of the hand, and around the elbow here, all you're going to do is a half part of a rainbow. Racket just looks like a rainbow here. The forearm, all it does is go from your front, in front of you, to your side. Front, side, front, side. You can even practice the second half of the preparation without turning on the first part here. All you would be doing would be this. See?
But if I turn sideways,
now you got this part, which is the second part. This is the first part. They put them together. First part, second part. Eventually they blend together and it looks like this. Why do you want to hit the racket to drop here? You want to come from below the ball as you're about to strike it. If you're coming high to low to high, you have to, just before impact, suddenly get under and come up again. It's not good feel-wise. Can it be done? Yes, it can be done. But it's not the easy way. You're doing it the hard way. You're starting up here, right? Just for our learning purpose here, come forward a little bit. Just drop it down here. So now you go here, and then you go here. Hey, that's good. All right, that's one way to do it. I don't like the straight back. Back swing. Can it be done? Yes. Some people take the racket straight back. How about the pros? I wouldn't even say 9 out of 10. I would say probably 80 out of 100, 90 out of 100. Loop the backswing. Don't take it straight back. There's got to be a reason to it. Well, the loop is a continuous motion. Smoother for sure. Builds up momentum. And also enables you to keep the wrist firm in position. If you take it straight back, chances are you're going to get wiggly with the wrist. Also, you lose the momentum because you're going straight back. Let's put a sound on the string here. Ready? I'm going straight back. Start again. Did you hear that?
like a car hitting the brakes and then starting again.
Exactly. Now let's see the loop. Oh, I like that better. It's building up here. Instead of. So okay, you got this left hand holding the racket here. Then the left hand helps prepare, right? Ensures preparation. Feel like your shoulder comes all the way to your chin. Folks, violin is a great example. You know, when you turn here, you want to have that violin feeling. Okay, now your left arm has helped you get sideways. When you let go here, you know you're going to drop this arm down here doing the second part of the rainbow, right? As you let go, this arm points to the spot in space here where your strike zone is. Make sense? You're going to hit the ball here, right? Not here? So you don't point it here. You're going to strike the ball here? No, you're not going to strike it here. Where do you want to strike the ball? Right about here? Well, put the racket back there and point to that spot. So now you're ready to hit it. And your brain is pre-planning where through this arm. This arm is telling the brain to tell the arm, hit it here. It's guidance. It's also gauging distance. You know, sometimes if people get too close to the ball, you get too close to the ball because you don't have any gauge, so it's only your eyes computing the distance. If you run towards the ball with that arm extended, it'll tattletale. It's time to hit. And then you know when to hit it. So now let's go here. Let's go back to your ready position. left arm helps preparation. Then when you let go, this arm goes back and drops down like a small second half of a rainbow. And this arm goes to your plant. So look, arms comes together, then arms split apart. Simultaneously, look. So, together, simultaneous. Together, simultaneous split. Now your left arm has helped you get sideways.
Right.
You have prepared the racket back here and you're telling yourself where you want to hit it.
Right.
Now you're going to start this swing. Let's talk about this swing. Here we go. Pro player strokes, forehand, preparation, upper body turns sideways. Watching the ball, keeping your head still so you can watch the ball. The wrist cocked back, bent back, or triggered. You can use the word you prefer. Loop back swing, meaning don't take the racket straight back. Do it loopy. We talked about that. And I put turnish here. I like this term that I kind of invented it. I said when you prepare, you want to be preparing in a turnish way, not in an armish way.
Right.
That's probably not in a dictionary, but people understand what I'm talking about, This is very turnish, and this is very armish. So that's why I wrote here, loop backswing in a turnished way. And then use of open stance. I should have written here also, But it's basically, when you prepare, learn to also prepare using the open stance. Don't just prepare always stepping in front of stance. So then here we go. Let's see what we got here. Oh, we talked about keeping your hand on the racket until you get to the side, and then and only then you let go. Let's check it out. Here's Andy Roddick. He's turning sideways, and as he's already sideways, that's only when his hand is coming off the racket. Here's another example.
That's a great turn.
Right? And look at the shoulder touching his chin.
And he's still got the left hand on the racket.
And he still has, it's letting go right now, but only after he got sideways.
After he gets turned.
Right after this maybe would be this one here that she already let go of the racket, and the racket's going back.
Right.
Then after that, the racket's going to start going down, and the arm's spreading out more. And look at this final effect we got here of this left arm measuring the ball.
Yep.
That's Mark Philippoussis.
Yep.
Ferrero. So
pretty cool stuff,
let's see if we got other pros doing the same way now. Okay.
Let's see.
So here we go. Ready position. These Malbanyan, Nementieva, they got the ready position with their racket face closed also. Here's another player on the run. That's a racket face closed.
Flat.
Flat, with a hand on the back of it like this.
Yep. Left arm.
And then the little black circles I put here are the wrists. So you can see if that wrist is cocked back or not.
Straight.
So look, you got the wrist back cocked there. And then you're going to move on to all the pictures now and focus on that circles. Look, here.
Yeah, that's a great
And here, Carlos Moya, total open stance on the bottom.
But he's
left
still
arm
turned.
out.
The
Look
trunk
at
is
it.
still
Look at the
turned.
upper body turn and look at that wrist. So this is point stop. Now let's talk about the swing here. You need to have the swing have a certain path and be steady through the contact zone so you're accurate, right?
Right.
So, path, avenue, lane, railroad track, highway that goes straight. Visualize that right here on the side of your body there's going to be a path here. It can even be the devil's alley. Here's my path. So I need to keep my swing inside the devil's alley. You guys can't see it on camera here, but it would be like this. Here's the path right here, the white line. If you watch me swing here, you're going to see that my racket stays on the path the whole time. On the medium shot, right here, it's on the line. Look, it's on the line, staying on the line. When it gets here, the ball's gone, then it comes off the line. But during the contact zone, it's on the path. It's not coming in and out of it. It stays on it. Here's an example that has worked for me like you wouldn't believe it. So here's a bench here, and you put a bunch of books on top of it. bench as if it was a bookshelf.
Right.
I joke around and say, I was drinking a little juice, and I put the cup on top of the corner of the shelf here, and then I turn around and I put my foot nudged on the bench, and the juice spilled all over it. So here we got the bench. Juice spilled to the side here. There's a big puddle on the side of my shelf of books. It went under the shelf, and there's a puddle on the other side too. Oh, lucky me, because these are precious books, and the terrain is a little bit angled here, so that on this side, on the edge of the shelf, it's dry on the ground. So here we got a little shelf of books, wet on this side, wet on this side, dry on the end of the last book and after. So this is your task now. Let's try to hit the racket on the first book here on the shelf and clear all the books of the shelf and make sure they all go on the dry. Because if you turn the racket out of the axis, you're going to get the books to fall over here on where the puddle is. Okay. You understand the concept? Yeah. And the books, one after the other, to help also visualize. Think of the dominoes, you know, one domino after another, get a domino effect. And in this case, because it's a book of shelf of books, they're touching each other, so you don't have that ta-ta-ta effect. That's not what I'm worried about, the ta-ta-ta. I'm worried about that going on the same line, you know, going on the same direction.
You want to keep the racket.
So you want to keep your racket
pushing the books off the shelf.
Exactly.
In a straight way so they don't come off.
It's just a way for you to visualize.
Okay.
So here we go, on the side here, and you're going to clear the shelf of books, right? Right. Ah, there's another example I'm going to give you. Now, instead of a shelf of books, I'm going to make you turn into a swing. Okay. So here we go. There's a racket. I'm going to turn this racket into a swing seat. Okay. And that little kid comes over here and he sits right here. Now he's going to swing, right? So now I know that your swing path is going to be like this. So the kid's sitting there, right? If you go like this, the kid goes flying off the seat. Poor little guy. You want to stay here. Keep the kid sitting on a swing. Okay. So, whoa! It goes back, right? And there you go. You got the racket head to stay on a path, so that you want to hit the ball there. The path will lead you there. So you go step by step. You're gonna start off right. Very important to be out here and not here. Okay. Now, do the first part. Second part. You set the hit and you're planning when. Now do the swing, knowing how it's supposed to feel like, right on. When you're about to hit the ball on the contact zone, that's when you have a few options here. Not this one. We talked about that. You don't want to flick your wrist. You're losing control over direction. You can either keep it firm. It just keeps firm. And your arm can't go any further here, right? So it's going to start naturally bending on the elbow here, see? So your elbow's inside your shoulder, not down here. If you go here and you stop your arm here and you want to start doing that, it's okay too. You can do it that way. I've seen pros rip the ball that way, but you're missing out on a little bit of extra extension on the stroke. Will give you a little extra power, a little extra control over direction. So you want your arm to go as far out as it can in a relaxed way. And then when it gets here, it just comfortably bends at elbow level. And it's something that everybody should learn to do. You can base your game as and always hit tops. You know, you can master both. Be able to hit it both flat and topspin, which you just have to drop the racket a little bit more here and use a windshield wiper action when you hit. I tell the little kids, hey, when it's raining, your mommy turns the windshield wiper on, doesn't she? Oh, that's all I need to say. They know what this is. Right. And they haven't driven a car yet. The kids. Right. They've seen a windshield wiper. They know windshield wiper don't do this thing. Right. Anybody knows that. Right. People that try to add spin without dropping the racket have a harder time because it's harder to come up and bite with a racket coming here the tendency is for the ball to go down.
Okay, so people talking about a wrist snap, which might be a bad word. You're
No.
really talking about a windshield wiper
Windshield
turn of
windshield
the
wipers,
wrist.
yeah. Instead of closing.
So more of this motion, not this motion,
No.
but when we snap the wrist, it's a snap up.
Goodbye, you know?
A goodbye, like you're waving.
You know why I like goodbye too? You never say goodbye on the side, you know?
Yeah, you always say
It's
goodbye
in
out
front. You know why I like the windshield wiper too? Because the windshield wiper is in front. Nobody drives a car and feels the windshield wiper going like here on the side.
Right.
No, it's in front of it because the windshield itself is in front. So if the wiper's out here,
Right.
so I want to do a windshield wiper, and you get it and you bring in your windshield wiper. It's gonna be here, you know. So that brings your timing. It helps you hit it out in front more too. Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, as you do the windshield wiper here, don't stop the arm. Just bending your elbow and let it come up over your shoulder here a little bit. Okay. So the wrist is going to be at contact point or impact. Upper body rotating, turning. You're still watching the ball. Your wrist is still cocked back. Your body's in balance, never falling backwards. And your left arm coming up and out of the way, like I said. First arm up and out of the way, like it releases a latch of the shoulder that can go around now easily. And then if it goes over here, then you're opening too much.
Right.
So that's
So
why
just
I said,
answer the
you know,
phone.
just keep it down. Don't throw it back. Just go answer the phone.
Answer the
here
phone.
and
That's a
bend
good
it.
one. That's a great analogy.
Let's see if the pros are going to do that too
Okay,
when we
let's
see
see.
this here. So contact point first. I'm really looking to see if when the pros are hitting, if their wrist is still here, or by the time they hit, they have done this.
Let's look.
All right. So we got a little Sharapova on the run here. I got the circle on the wrist. Speaks for itself. She's got an Eastern, maybe semi-Western forehand. I think it's Eastern. Maybe it's semi-Western. She hits it to a flat, could be Eastern. And then
Right.
she's
Cocked.
a Western. That's Mauresmo. That's a Western grip.
Right.
And
She's still cocked, though.
Cocked as she's
Yeah.
hitting it. Now I'm going to blow your mind with a sequence of 6 pages here that first we're going to look quickly at one by one, and then you're going to
Okay.
blow back on all of them, and then
Okay.
you see, wow, so many people the same pattern.
Let's see it.
Here we go. Contact point. You see the wrist cocked as they're hitting the ball.
Right. All of them.
All of them.
Blake. Yep.
Davenport. I think it's Italian Gorbatoli. I'm not sure. This is Venus. This is Ferrero. This is Kuznetsova.
Yeah.
Federer. This is the man
cocked
himself, #1 in the world here. Talking about a cocked wrist at impact.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
it's very cocked.
And then you've
Up and
got
coming junior,
yep.
up and coming junior.
Same thing.
Wrist cocked, wrist cocked.
Agassi, Roddick, wrist cocked.
Yeah.
Yep.
And Bruguera back here. So you back up, you see all these people with their wrist cocked when they're striking the ball. And hey, I got plenty. Kim Kleister's hitting a high ball. She just won the U.S. Open. Cocked wrist. Venus.
Cocked
And then
wrist.
Steffi, arguably one of the best forehands ever in the history of the game on the girls' side. There's a cocked wrist again at contact.
Right.
And you know what? The good players have been doing it for a long time because here's Diane Fromholtz
This
at
wrist.
Wimbledon.
Wow.
Wood racket.
Look at the cock on that wrist. And look at it. She's hitting it in front of her body.
Right. So pros have been doing this for a long time. Now, we forgot about this arm, remember?
Yeah.
So let's go back here. You're facing that way. This arm has done job #1, holding.
Right.
Job #2, helping prepare.
Right.
Ensuring shoulder turn. Shoulder goes on the chin. Now, job #3, gauging here, right? Now start your swing slow. Now, wait. As you're starting your swing, this shoulder is wanting to come in. For this one to come out nice, instead of keeping your arm here, it should be coming up.
Okay.
Let's go again. Ready?
Yep.
Coming up. Now do it again. Good.
Okay.
Good. See how
Yeah, that
hard?
feels weird.
It's hard because this arm is in the way.
You gotta clear
So
the
you
arm.
want to use the arm
Okay.
to guide, but then you got to get it out of there. Don't get it out of there too soon. Don't start yet.
Right.
You didn't start yet.
Yeah.
Wait till you start, but don't start. Go. And leave it there. You got to synchronize that. Ready? Go. Now, here's for this. Some people do it like this. Some people will drop it down here. The ideal way, I feel, is just pretend you're going to answer the phone.
Okay, so
Hello. Now go catch the racket on the arm. Here you go. You're catching the racket right here as if you're almost like answering your phone. Right. Now stop.
okay.
Go back here. Pretend you have an invisible backpack here.
Okay.
When you finish, put the racket head inside the backpack.
Okay.
Inside your backpack, turn around. Yeah, it's inside his backpack. Yeah. Racket inside the backpack. There you go. Catching the racket in the end is not vital, but it's a very good thing. It's important. You know, you see players that don't catch and then go catch. You're wasting a lot of time there. If you can finish catching and you're right back to your ready position again, put yourself in a situation in which you're hitting a forehand to somebody at the net and they volley it right back to your backhand. You want to be able to finish and be ready to prepare the backhand with this arm too, right?
And your wrist is still caught when you recover. It's still right there.
Right. Now let's see the follow through, the finish. I told you guys, bring the racket up as if you're putting it in the backpack. If you're hitting a higher ball, maybe it will come around more on the side here instead of coming here. But it's still clearing the shoulders here, coming up over and having the racket come up. You know, my buddy idol Brazilian Guga Kirten, former #1 in the world, 3-time French Open champion, did catch the racket on the end of his strokes. Every single time he finished a stroke, it was in his left hand, ready to come back and possibly change the grip if he needed to. So let's watch. We saw a bunch of pictures in the beginning of the preparations, right? Here we go, the preparations with people sideways and with the wrist well cocked. Then we saw here the impact points with people striking the ball with the wrist still cocked. And now we'll see if we can look at the end of the stroke here, if they're bringing it up over their shoulder. There we go. That's nice to see. Here's one that you see catching, Agassi really literally catching the racket up here on the end of the stroke. And here's one that you see, he jumped in and hit a high ball on the rise probably. And because the string is just, he just creaming it so fast.
Notice his head
He didn't have time to catch it, yeah, but as soon as the racket goes around a little more, you can believe me, it's going to go into that left hand and go back to the ready position.
But look at his eyes. Isn't that sick?
Eyes is
contact points back
unbelievable how it was
and
where the ball was.
Look where his racket's at, way over here.
All the way behind him.
That's the epitome of watching the ball right there,
absolutely.
Roger. And we got him here too, so we can look right back in a second here of him hitting the ball.
Yep. Head.
Here's another one here that he just struck the ball a second ago, and there it is. His eye is looking where the ball was.
#1 in the world. Isn't that kind of coincidental, huh?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Amazing coincidence.
It really does make a point for us, you know. That, you know, if the best of the best is
doing it, it's good enough for you.
Why not try to copy and imitate?
Absolutely.
Him, you know. You can practice hitting inside the doubles now. And if you get here and you drop the ball and you feel like not just you want your shot to go in the alley, you want your stroke to stay inside the alley. You don't want your stroke to go over here. You'll see from behind, it looks like this. You're here, and then you go boom, and then you drop here, and then you just hit it straight.
Let down the pipe.
Down, boom.
Amazing how that works.
Now I feel like I'm swinging in a path that gives me accuracy, gives me some aiming. I can hit it that where I want to hit it. I want to hit it like this. Let's try to put it all together.
Okay.
Here we go. Remember, up front. Here we go. We're going to do it in steps now. You're going to do it with me, right? Ready? 1, 2. I'm going to swing now, right? We got the swing, the kid on the swing, the path, the avenue, no exit on the highway. 3, windshield wiper here. Coming up. 4, I'm spying on it. Racking in the back now. Back. Go back. 1, 2, 3, 4. There you go. I like that, coach. windshield wiper. There you go. A little less windshield wiper now. Go a little flatter. Flatter shot. Now a lot of windshield wiper. Drop more. Lift it up. Well, I'm going to hit it there in front every time because I'm pointing to the spot I'm going to hit it. And I just got to follow the plan. I want to hit it there. Here it goes. I'm going to hit it there. Here it goes. Turn sideways. Where am I going? He doesn't know. Prepare like this. He can tell where I'm going. Go sideways. Disguise the shot. I'm able to go either way. Trigger. Go to turn so you can transfer that into your stroke. Accelerate the elbow here on the end. Bingo. We're playing. Alright, here we go. There, I'm going to hit it there. Boom.
Okay, so those are all nice and cool, but what if I want to hit it a little harder?
You want to hit it a little harder, okay. Pace and held pace. Timing. The earlier you hit, the harder it goes. It's always something to consider. Second, you want to be rotating or shifting your body to get help from your body too, not just your arms. So if it's a close stance, you want to be shifting your way to the front foot. You're hitting it in front and you're shifting body weight to hit it hard, right? And if it's open stance, it's more of a coiling and uncoiling, right? So either your body's shifting forward or your upper body torso is coiling and uncoiling into the shot. That also generates racket speed, arm speed, right? Now, the arm itself, when you engage to hit, most people when they try to hit it harder, the elbow kicks in too soon. Because when you flick the elbow, it does accelerate the racket, but then once again you lose in the control, right? So what you got to do is wait till you catch the ball out in front, and when you catch the ball in your strings, that's when you can really accelerate the elbow. But then you're in the contact zone on your path,
Right.
so the acceleration of the elbow is up that way and not around your body. With the front view would be like, if I start accelerating my elbow right here, it's going to come this way.
Right.
But if I wait till my swing gets here, and now I accelerate my elbow, then it just makes the racket pick up speed and it stays on that path.
So the racket accelerates. It starts moving faster and faster.
Right.
With the wrist and
And
the
then,
elbow
right.
coming together.
Right. And then if you, and then if you also add wrist to it, then
Speeds up even more.
more. spin.
Slow. One. We'll ramp it up a little.
Wrist. Now I'm going to put a little more swing on it. Keeping that wrist in action. You can just go pull all the way back here. Now you drop the ball here, and then you swing, and then activate your windshield wiper when it's time to hit. Once you get that felt, then you can, as you do this, also let your arm keep going with your elbow bend. And then your final product's going to be a little deeper.
Sweet.
If you just put it like this, then the ball's going to land short. So when you extend it further out here, you get more penetration on your shot, more pace on your shot. And now I'm going to do a couple of real hard ones. You see that what the topspin effect does after it clears the net, it goes down. That wasn't a good example. It cleared the net by a little bit, and that's not what you want to be doing. You want to clear the net by more. Like this. And that ball cleared the net by about 4 or 5 feet.
Right.
Safely over the net. I think it went in back there by about a foot or two.
Yep.
And I had a pretty decent pace. It wasn't a little push.
Right.
What else can you ask for? Hitting the ball nice and loose with good pace, way over the net so you won't miss it, and it goes in safely. Hey, teach me this topspin.
Nice.
It's about as hard as I can swing right here, right now, not really exerting myself, and look, it safely goes in.
This has got a lot of juice on him. A lot of topspin.
So keep hitting in the alley, and it'll put your stroke on a path. It'll give you accuracy. Don't get off the track, you know. Don't derail off that track. Stay on the track. Clear the bench. Clear all those books out of that bench. Hit your stroke so that if you would let go of your racket, it's gonna hit the pins down there on the bowling range.
Hey everybody, Coach Carroll here with Rob McGraw, one of Morrow's students, and I just wanted to talk with him a little bit about where he's been, where he's going, how everything's been working for you since you've been working with Morrow.
Let's see, I've been with Morrow for about 3 months now, and I can't really remember my game before that.
Really?
No. I played on and off for years. I took lessons here and there, and you think it's just court time, or you think I'm just not putting enough effort into it, or I'm not following the directions right. But the thing I realized with Morrow is, I don't know. He just tells you the details that are missing.
Right.
It's not hit out in front with all the crap you got going on.
Right.
It's hit out in front because your wrist is in the proper. So he breaks those things down for
Breaks
you.
down the components.
Tells you the details that are missing from every lesson I've ever taken.
That's freaking cool.
Yeah.
Well, I think one of the things that, and you can tell me if I'm right or wrong, one of the things that I've seen over and over as I've interviewed students is that Morrow always seems to find a way, doesn't say this is the only way, but this is just a really good way, see if it makes sense for you.
Right.
And it seems like with all the other students I've talked to, like, yeah, he makes really good analogies, and he gets me so that I get it, like I understand what he's talking about.
He's good at painting the picture. He's good at the mental image.
Okay.
That's where his creativity, his art.
Yeah, he's always told me when he goes to a lesson, he doesn't, when he first sees a student, he doesn't even have a plan on what they're going to work with. He just sees it as a blank canvas, and he sees each student as an individual, and then tries to give them what he can with the private lessons. But I think overall, on a broader scale, I think he's got so much to offer so many people that it's like, it's like a crime to like just keep it over here for his individual students. It's like, no way, man, you got to tell everybody about this stuff, because all you got to do is connect on one thing with one level with a bunch of people, and a bunch of people will get help at the same time.
Absolutely. And his word needs to be spread for sure. He's going to help a lot of people, and they're all going to go, oh, that's what's going on. Then you can watch a match on TV and go, oh, that's what's going on right there.
Exactly.
I do that now.
That's sweet, and you can see in the matches. Yeah, even today we were talking about it earlier. This one thing about having the left arm out and pointing the ball in, and
I think you got before and after of me.
Yeah,
I was getting lazy with my arm.
Right, and he just get it out there, because you see Roddick out there with his left arm on the forehand, or you see Agassi was out there with the left arm on the forehand. They're not doing it for their health.
No,
they're doing it because they know it's going to help them gauge the contact zone
Absolutely.
and time everything just perfectly. So it's like little things like that that he'll like know. You can kind of like, I didn't say kind of like point the ball, I said point the ball, and there's a reason for it.
Right.
And then you get the result instantly, and you're like, it's instant
Right.
feedback. You're like,
Right.
oh, I mean, it's just so cool.
And then he does the radar thing.
Yeah.
So you're like beeping in on the So it's
totally high tech. It's secret. We're gonna release. We're releasing the radar program racket handle software soon. We will let you know when it's coming out.
That's right.
It's kind of a secret right now.
So that's Morrow, man.
Yeah.
He tells you how, he tells you why, and then he gives you a cool little analogy.
Great.
To stick in your head, and you use it every time you play. Every time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That's Morrow.
Well, Rob, it's getting dark here, so like hardly anybody here is going to see us. We're in San Rafael right now, and it's the sun's going down because it's getting late. But I want to thank you very much for your time.
You're not clearly shifting your weight to this foot when you load.
Oh,
See, when you get ready, you should be able to almost take this foot out,
got it.
like a flamingo. Yeah. And then when you hit, as you hit and rotate, kinetic chain, transfer the weight into the left leg.
Got it.
So go from the right to the left. From the right to the left. You can just do it on the ground rotating. You can do it jumping a little bit, and some players really get off the ground when they hit it. You know, and jump. When you jump, now your legs are free from the ground, so your knees are free.
Okay.
So see, from this point to this point, your knee is under no stress. If you go and you keep the foot on the ground, then you twist a little more, that's why you might hurt. So for you that is a volleyball player, I would advise for you to do a little bit of a slight jump.
Okay.
And make sure you load on the right, transfer to the left.
Got
Load
it.
on the right, transfer to the left. And in my opinion also, you see later in the front view here, you're going here.
Yeah.
You could be here.
Okay.
The difference is this much.
Okay.
Just get your shoulder to touch your chin a little better.
Okay.
All right, here we go. Sorry, guys. Let's see what we got going. Load on the right, and then transfer to the left. Load on the right, transfer to the left. Let me see you practice with no ball. This. Let me see. Take it off the ground like I'm doing like this. Look. Right, only right, only left. Only right, only left. Only right, stop. Are you turned enough? Ah! See, that's what we're going to change right there.
Turn
That
one.
little difference is going to be like she's got a bow and arrow, and she's pulling the bow out of here. Let's go, the arrow goes. Get that over there, pull it back here, and she let's go. It's a lot more juice on it without her having to go to the gym and work out and get big. It's just a matter of using good mechanics, a little more swing on it. As long as it stays compact, it doesn't go too big and taking too much time, why not? So load on the right, transfer to the left, and make sure you cock it a little bit better there. That's the main difference, okay? When we're said and done, when you guys compare the before and after video, the biggest difference is going to be right here. Instead of striking the ball here, she's going to end up striking the ball with the wrist open more and striking it here more.
Okay.
This is the final product. We'll be able to see better from the side view. Right now you're striking it here, see?
Okay.
We want this.
That.
If you hit one of these,
Okay.
you're gonna click and set you A, you're gonna go, oh no, you're never gonna divorce it again.
Oh, you know what it is? When I start, do I need my elbows
Not
locked
straight,
up?
relaxed,
Straight?
relaxed.
Or relaxed? The wrist is cocked, but the elbow is
Relaxed.
relaxed. Got
Then
it.
as you prepare, look, you're just turning.
Okay.
Then on the elbow level here, not up here, you just drop the racket.
Just got it. Drop the racket.
That's all you gotta do here.
Okay.
The elbow stays here, see?
Got it.
But never straight.
Never straight there.
Never jammed in. Comfortably bent a little bit.
Okay.
Come here.
And then here.
Make sure you got this.
Yeah.
Remember yesterday when we did the example?
Yeah.
I took the racket out of her hands and went like this. Look. Impact.
Yes,
Ready?
impact.
Come back with your swing, and when you hit, boom.
Impact.
Impact here instead of this impact.
Okay.
See? Ow!
Yeah, there's no power here.
Boom. Right?
Yeah. Got it.
See the difference. Exaggerate on this.
Okay.
Put a windshield wiper on the wrist. Or way in front. Exaggerate as far as you can comfortably without hurting.
Okay.
You should feel it once and go, let me see if I like this.
Okay.
Open up the wrist. Open it. Back here it's flicking still.
Oh, it was. I let the ball get too high.
It's close. It's close. We're close to what I want. What's going on here right now is she's taking it back cocked. It's cocked back here. And right when she engages to hit, as an old habit, this joint is kicking in a little bit.
Okay.
So when I look at her stance back here, I see this.
Yeah.
And when I see her actually striking the ball, it's not here anymore.
not there.
It's gone. It's gone to here.
Yeah.
So at some point, you're wiggling the wrist
I am.
before impact.
Yeah.
Come, and catch the ball with your hand really cranked back
Okay.
when you hit it. Remember you said I get topspin but I lose the power?
Yeah.
It's exactly because of the stance. If you got the wrist stance like this and you pull it up, it's a lot different than if you come here, hit it, brushing. Look, you're getting spin, but you're getting the shot.
Okay.
So instead of this, you're getting this.
Okay.
Got spin, right?
Yes.
Here, and you know it's going to go hard with spin.
Yeah.
Now here, you got spin, but you can tell you lose the power. You can tell.
Okay. I think I'm starting to see it in my mind's eye.
Here you go. Still got to break this habit.
Yeah.
That's the habit you got to break. The pinball machine flipper, right when you strike it. And the wrist has the strong tendency to do something like this. You give it another job and make it do this.
Okay.
Okay?
Those are all landing in, and they have a lot of pop. So what?
Yeah, I'm happy, but it can get even better, okay? Don't be satisfied with it yet. Okay, here's my key question to her after the little change we did, just to bring the contact point. Does it hurt now?
No, because I am doing this and breaking it here. I feel
So
it.
the contact point more in front,
Yeah.
release the strain on the arm.
Yeah.
And the fact that instead of slamming the brake here, she's just letting it roll and relax to the end, also took a little bit of the strain off the arm. So that's good to know. That's good to hear that you're not feeling pain anymore. Now let's just get the wrist more disciplined so you feel like you're accurate. You can hit the ball on dime if you want.
I forgot to put my feet into the shot. I'm just doing hands.
Don't worry. Let me just show you this thing here. Gel, okay? Relax. Let me do it.
Okay.
I want you to feel this. When you hit, you're still here. You're still doing a little bit of this when you hit.
Oh yeah.
This is what I want.
Okay.
I'm telling you, it's a magical moment. When you do once, she's gonna go like this when she does one. Yes! Yes, I felt it, because this is different. It's a different feeling.
Because what you're saying that when I'm turning,
I'm saying instead of doing this, do this. Didn't I? Windshield wiper? Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Didn't I? Okay, so you go here, then you do the windshield wiper, instead of doing this thing that you just showed me, and you're done. Windshield wiper, instead of this. You play with a pinball machine flipper.
Okay.
You played pinball machine before? You try to aim with a pinball machine, it's hard, isn't it? Because your flipper's working this way. So you shoot that way, that way, that way. You don't want a flipper of the pinball machine.
Okay.
You want your racket's head to stay steady through the contact zone, going towards wherever you decide choose to hit.
Got it.
Now, once the ball is gone, then relax it. It's over now.
Relax.
Just do the windshield wiper.
Okay, got it.
Ready?
I got it now.
Let's see what you got now. Oh my God.
Sweet. Oh, did you see? Oh, my friends are gonna hate me.
This is so good. You notice, guys, we did not have to do a plastic surgery on that stroke. Like I said, it's just a little Botox shot.
That was
A
unbelievable.
little touch
You're
up,
right
a little
about
fine
this.
tuning on where she was striking the ball, how that wrist was acting, the arm, everything was flicky, laid.
And it's so relaxed to do that. It's unbelievable what you can get.
You know
look
what?
at that.
If it's that relaxed, I'm gonna ask her to take that out. Take that thing out right now. Take it out, and we're gonna show you can hit it with no pain.
Yes.
Let's show everybody that you don't need
I don't need that.
Does it feel nice to have your elbow taking a suntan for a change, huh? Hey, all right, let's see what we got. You're gonna tell me if you feel any pain as you hit it. How do you feel? Nothing?
Great.
Nothing?
Nothing. I don't think I need this anymore. Sweet.
Half hour. Half hour.
Yes.
Change the stance.
And I didn't believe you. I didn't understand
Change
where
the
you're
compact.
talking about.
Turn a little bit better.
Yes.
Hitting it more in front.